Hi, everybody. This is take three of the ninth day of my 30-day video challenge. I'm going to try to remain focused as I keep going off on these tangents. And I don't have, the hours it's going to take to go through all of the little things. And there's a lot of nuances in what I'm discussing. And I'm not going to touch on all of the nuances. So kind of take this as kind of like the general overview and not speaking specifically about particular traumas. Okay? So I discussed about my simplistic duality, where I am sitting in my window and I'm looking out, and this body is also part of everything else, right? So my soul is playing a video game, right? My video game, and this body is my avatar in this game that I'm playing. But if I really, really sit back and just examine the game as it's being played, without trying to not make too many decisions, and just feel into how can this feel okay? How can this feel good when the initial feeling might not be so, right? Might be disharmonious, right? So why do I feel that way, right? Because in my simplistic duality, what I'm trying to explain to you, I believe this is you as well, right? Each and every single individual, you are me, we are one, I am you, right? And this is the I in me speaking to the me in you, trying to get you to see the you in me so that you could wake up, right? That's what all of this is about. That's what my videos here are trying to do, at least so far. And I don't know how successful I am, but that's what I'm trying to do. And that was just 222 right then and there when I was talking about that. So, amen to the universe. So I'm in my simplistic duality. And so when I really sit back and really kind of just observe, right? I am the observer, right? My spiritual mentor, Ava Lene, she says, become the witness. That's what I'm doing. I'm becoming the witness. It's another way of saying it. Or Ram Dass says, look through your eyes, not with your eyes. I am using this vehicle to experience the five senses reality that is what we consider to be the norm. However, when I'm in that simplistic duality and I'm recognizing that I am not actually part of all of this, I'm not going on that tangent. I'm not part of this. This is just something that's happening and I get to play in it. Uh, it becomes more of a reflection of myself. And so when someone has some errant behavior that I feel triggered from, right? Somebody says something to me, somebody does something to me that's not physically harmful in the now, but is unpleasant. Uh, I have to look into why it's unpleasant, right? I'm not blaming this other person for doing what they were doing because there is no single other, right? It's all one thing. And therefore there's no individual bad player, right? It's all one thing and it's all a reflection of who I am, where I am in this moment as I am as I am sitting at my windowsill looking in, right? I am still. My mind is still. It's like being in a perpetual meditative state. And it's lovely. I deem it lovely. And when I'm there, very little bothers me, right? Some things do show up. Some things, sometimes it does. And it takes me out of that mind and brings me into what I call my separateness, where I am me and you are you. And these things are those things, right? And so there's that. That's where the imbalances start to happen. And rather than saying this person did that to me, or or this happened, that happened, whatever, I dive into self. I dive into my internal process and wonder, why am I allowing myself to be disharmonious with what's showing up? That's it. That's what I do. That's where I try to go all the time. I try to take ownership of my emotional state, because what's happening out in the world, what's happening out in this game, is not in my control. What other people do, what other people say, how other people think, how other people feel, how other people receive what I'm saying, uh, potentially reflect back on me some negative. Um, that is all about them and what they're doing and how they're dealing with their world. My internal process is entirely up to me. Somebody can do something that makes me feel uncomfortable, or see, that's a bad phrase, right? Somebody can do something and I'm feeling uncomfortable about it. Well, I'm in control of that. Why do I feel uncomfortable about it? What about it makes me feel uncomfortable? Where is that coming from? What previous instance, right? Now I'm purposefully going in the past, right? What previous instance have I experienced that draws out that this is a negative thing? Sometimes it's just as simple as me just coming out of my simplistic duality, and I'm in my separateness, and I have a want and desire, and that's always trouble. Always trouble, man. That fucking want, I hate it. I don't want to want, and then I want something, right? I want to not do that, and so therefore I fail. So I get into as much as I can, to just experience what is, and not worry about the game, and not worry about how it's going to impact me in the future, and not worry about how it has impacted me in the past, and just be here now. If what is happening right now is not traumatic, and all I'm doing is receiving information that reminds me of another thing that happened in the past, or have a want that I wish to achieve in the future, that I think this thing that's happening in the now is not going to allow for that. Let that shit go. Let it go. You know. And again, going back one more time, to there's a certain amount of that is applicable, right? I wish to do in the now the things that I believe will gain me what I desire in the future, but I don't wish to harp on that, right? I don't wish to make that the control of now. That's called being in the flow. That's called being in the flow. And when the flow changes, time and time again, I have difficulty shifting with the flow. With the flow, I have a group of friends here, with lots of varying opinions about what to do and how to go about doing it. And we make a plan, and those plans shift from moment to moment, and it is at times a real challenge, to be comfortable, for me to be comfortable, and then I have to dive into, okay, well, why am I not feeling comfortable? If I'm not making any decisions, and I don't have a particular want, right, that I need to actually affect and have it happen in the now, then with the flow, right? I try to get back to this, and once I get into my separateness, it's difficult to pop back in. So and that was 1010 just now. So that's another beautiful hello from the universe. I just enjoy that so much. So I think I'm going to leave that there and call it a good one for day 9. And so perhaps we'll talk about some more tomorrow. All right. Have a great day.